Good morning, art friends. It's school lunch hero day. So make sure you thank your mom if she's the one, or your dad or granny or grandpa, auntie, whoever makes your lunch. Make sure you thank them for making your school lunch every day. And if you head up to the schools today, make sure you thank them too. All right? They do a great job and keeping you and your belly happy. All right. So today, boys and girls, we are going to learn about our last abstract artist, and his name is Rex Ray. Rex Ray. Oh my goodness, he is so much fun. The thing that might be a little challenging is the maybe mess and all the cutting, but I think you will love this artist. So let me introduce him to you. Here's the new book that I got with my Mount Clemens Community School Foundation grant, and I can't wait for you to be able to sit and look through it. It is beautiful. Can you see the pretty cover? The back is too. This is also Rex Ray's art, and he's not just known for all these cool blobs in his art. He's also known for making the posters for rock stars like David Bowie and U2. Seriously. So he's super cool. And he worked at first on a computer doing art with his art degree, but he, I think, got a little bit of sick and tired of sitting there in front of a computer. So he started working with paper, and there's a whole section of this book about his paper art, which we are going to try to imitate today. And these shapes, I really want you to see, are just very organic. They are not perfect. You see the cutting there? He didn't worry about anything. He just put shapes on the paper the way he thought they looked beautiful. And voila, art. All right? It doesn't have to be for everybody else. It can be for you. Check out this one. You see that, boys and girls? Those like kind of teardrop shapes. And remember, we said abstract art does not have to look like anything real. So his really don't. But that's okay. I love it. He also used, can you see, boys and girls, the magazines? Some of it even has words on it. Seriously. So when I said you can use your grocery ads once your mom doesn't need them anymore, the coupon section of the mailers to cut out, I did that. I have little bags, and mine, of course, are color coded, so I know which color I'm getting, but you don't have to do that. But that's what I like to do. Look what Rex Ray likes to do with his. Can you see this? Yeah, just a big old mess of paper. I love it. So we went from Mondrian, whose art was all organized and tidy, and to Pollock, whose was like all splashy and crazy. And now we have Rex Ray, who's a little bit of both. The shapes are all organic. They're not perfect, but not too crazy. But they are kind of organized. They're nice and laid out on the paper. So that's who. What do you see? We talked about his shapes. What do you see in these shapes? These are just some sample shapes from my Deep Space Sparkle people put this together for us so we can really look at his shapes. What do you see? Right, they're not perfect rectangles. They're a little curvy. They're different. That's called organic, right? We might see these shapes on flower petals or other things in nature. How about this one? What do you see? Nice. All right, good. Some teardrops. And some of them are the same shape, repeated, maybe a little bigger, a little smaller. Good. Repetition. See, those are good art words too. All right, and finally, this one. All right. And I'm showing these to you just in case when you pause later for ideas, you can look back at these shape pages and see some ideas. All right. So there we go, Rex Ray. So we know who, we saw the types of shapes he's using, we know what kind of shapes. Now we need to know what our supplies are so we can get started. All right, and I'm sitting kind of in front of it, so I'm gonna move back. Our supply list today is paper, and I recommend a big piece of background paper if you have like a scrapbook paper, but if you don't, I did this littler one yesterday for a little sample, and it works great too, and it's white, so it doesn't matter whatever color you have, but a color is fun too. All right, scissors, background paper, brightly colored. You could use tissue paper, painted paper. Remember we painted this a week or so ago. Other scrap paper, and if you cut one of those fun shapes out, save your scraps. I'm going to show you what to do with those. So I have my scraps all right here, boys and girls, just scraps of colors that you like. All right, remember yesterday Mandarin used those primary colors. Today any color is good. Scissors, you're going to need your scissors for lots of cutting today. And then I recommend the wet school glue, Elmer's, any kind. I have Prang I used on this one. It's fine. Whatever you have, dollar store is great for the glue. Mod Podge is my favorite, but and it's also only $1, so you can get it at the dollar store or the dollar section of Target sometimes has it. Mod Podge. This one's matte, meaning it's not shiny. I think it looks exactly the same as the glue, so it doesn't matter. I like the shiny though, that's kind of fun. So Mod Podge, and I recommend a little bowl, like a yogurt cup or some kind of cup that doesn't matter, or if you don't have a yogurt cup, which I didn't, our recycling day was Tuesday, so I'm out. I have a little glass dish, and I just put a little baggie in there, and then I put my glue in. All right, and if you use regular glue and it's too thick, add a little water, okay? So you want to be able to paint with your glue today. That's it. So I'm going to press pause, you press pause, and get all your things. And if you want to, take some time to make your fun shapes first. That might be easier. And then come back, okay? All right, welcome back. So I already started by putting on one big piece. And what I did was I painted the paper where the new papers, the printed paper is gonna go. I just painted it with the glue. And I did the same with this one. I started with this bigger piece of yellow. And you always, always, always paint under the paper, and then you go back and you paint over the paper. And that's what kind of really sticks it together, because this is a collage. And remember, collage means stuck together. All right, so I'm gonna do that. Next, you start adding some shapes that you think might look good, and they can go anywhere. Remember, paint under the shape, and then you paint over the shape, and that really sticks it to the paper. And now, and I can tell sometimes if I missed a little bit, so the paintbrush is great for getting under there, making sure it's down. Okay, you see that? And now I'm gonna just kind of use repeated shapes on top. And we'll just see whatever happens to this. I don't really know. I might have to cut out some more, because you never know. I might feel in the mood for a shape that I don't have yet, or the size that I don't have yet. All right, under and over. And here's where those fun little scraps come in. See, this you would just normally throw away, right? But I think it might look cool on here. So I'm gonna cut off the corners. I don't want those. Can't wait to see what you guys, that's the thing I miss the most about teaching you, is I like making art. It's very fun for me, but more fun than that is me showing you how to make art and then watching you do it. It's the best because you come up with so many ideas that I would have never thought of because everybody's so different. So see, glue has to go under and over, under and over. So those are my first shapes. Now I think I'm gonna add this blue funny C shape. I don't know what this is, but I'm just gonna paint my big paper. It's just easier, then you don't get it all over. Notice I'm not really getting messy at all because my brush is doing all the messy stuff under the paper and over the paper. See? There we go. Oh, what should I do next? That's the only kind of tricky thing, is thinking about, what do I want to do? Maybe this guy. And the shapes just go any old place. They go up, they go down, they can come off the top, they can come off the bottom. They overlap and they repeat. Those are all really fun art words. And it's really up to you. You're the artist, right? And you might say, oh, Mrs. Eichhorst, I'm not an artist. My students say that a lot. You know, I think everybody who wants to be can be an artist if you're doing art. You don't have to be a professional basketball player to be a basketball player, do you? No. So you can be whatever you would like. I love this little teardrop. I just don't know where to put him. Sometimes that's the problem. It's like a little puzzle and you have to figure out how to make it. Sometimes when I get a little bit stuck, I just go to a different part of the paper. So now I'm in this corner up here. Can you see it? And I'm just gonna put this blob and we'll see what happens next. And it can go off the page because I will snip it, give it a little trim, a little haircut later. You see me do that before in my collage work. All right, so this one. Oh, here's a piece from my coupons. See, there's even words on the back. I don't need the words, but I think I'm going to add it here. Maybe right between. There we go. Another one. Let's see if I have a little one the same shape. If not, I might have to cut one. All right, and I could really keep you here all day long while I'm working on this, but I know you have more things to do than just watch me make art. So, boys and girls, I'm gonna keep working. And I hope you give it a try. Just scrap papers, a little glue, maybe a little bowl or a paintbrush, and honestly, magazine paper works great for this, and it doesn't matter if there's words on it or anything like that. This last one I just put on, it has some words, some letters. It's okay. All right, so I'm gonna keep working off camera. You keep working too. Post your art to my Glitter and Glue with Mrs. Eichhorst Facebook page, or you can email it to me at eichhorstc@mtcps.org, and all that information is on our Mount Clemens Community Public Schools webpage. So you can find me anytime, anywhere. All right. Miss you, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye-bye, and have a great weekend. Oh, don't forget your school lunch heroes.